Well, weekends have always been my nemesis. Last week I had a good weekend, and I desperately wanted to have another good weekend this time around, just to convince myself that I was capable of doing it again. So, let me tell you what happened today. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sue from sueslimsdown, and this is my journey to lose weight. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Usually when I work at it, it works. Let me start tonight's video with telling you what happened on my scale this morning. Yesterday was my weekly weigh-in, and if you saw that video, you know that I lost 2.8 pounds. Previous week I had lost 4.4 pounds. So overall, the last couple weeks I've done pretty well. All throughout my journey, from the time I started to now, weekends have been an issue for me. I would do really, really well maybe one day and then just completely go off the rails the next day. It didn't happen last weekend. Last weekend I had a really good weekend, and I was bound and determined I was going to do it again. So yesterday was a good day. Today when I got on the scale, I was down another 0.3. So since I weighed in yesterday, that takes my weekly loss to 0.3. But my month loss to 0.6, so I'm like 0.3 every day since March started. My yearly loss to 5.2 and my total loss to 52.8. That's of today. And now I am 39.5 pounds away from my lowest weight. And that was a while ago. So yesterday I had a very good day. What were my calories? Yesterday my calories were 1442.63, and I had 20 points yesterday. I'm going to show you what I had to eat today, and then I'll give you my calorie count for today. Now, I ended up going into the office for about 4 hours today, and while I was there, I didn't plan very well. I looked at the chips, and I actually picked the chips up. Picked a bag of chips up, had them in my hand, and I put them back down. So I opted to go get a nut bar, which was 6 points. And I think it's an off-brand of these nut bars, but I scanned it and it came up as 6 points. It was one of those that has nuts and dark chocolate in it. I'll tell you in a second here. Members Mark, the Better Nut Bar Dark Chocolate Nut Bar. So 6 points, and that little bar I think had 190 calories in it, yeah. So I had been there for a couple hours, and I was starting to get snacky. Like I said, I did not plan well. So it wasn't a day that I had planned to go in, but the more I thought about it, I had a lot to do, but that's another story. Anyhow, so I was there for about 4 hours, and I had that granola bar, or nut bar, for 6 points. You're not going to see that because I didn't record that. Let me stop here, and I'll show you everything else I had to eat today. My breakfast on this Sunday morning is a breakfast sandwich. This is a Thomas Light English muffin. I trimmed it to 58 grams for 2 points. There are 2 eggs on there for 0 points. The eggs weighed out at 99 grams. And 1 slice of Velveeta for 1 point. And then I just have a fruit salad with it. It's got a banana, some blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries, all 0 points. And I just sprinkled the top of it with some cinnamon. And Then I have 1 point in my coffee. This is my second cup. Total of, I believe, 59 milliliters this morning of fat-free half and half. Anyway, 4 points total for breakfast on this Sunday morning. My lunch today is just something really simple. I've got some fat-free cottage cheese, 226 grams of that, 0 points. Got a can of canned chicken. I think it's the Swanson, packed in water. 75 grams and 0 points. It's just topped with some jalapenos. My 2 hard-boiled eggs weighed out at 91 grams, also 0 points. And I have 16 grams of nut thins, the corn and sea salt ones, for 2 points. So I have a 2-point lunch. This is my dinner tonight. I have a Atlantic cod fillet. It looks kind of crispy, doesn't it? 70 grams of that, 0 points. 44 milliliters of Miracle Whip Light for 2 points. All my veggies is 0 points, and my home canned dill pickles over there, also 0 points. So I have a 2-point dinner. Okay, it wasn't bad. It could have been worse because like I said, I was getting pretty snacky, and the minute I got back here from the office, I fixed my lunch like right away because I knew I could really, at that point, I could blow it. Matter of fact, had I had my wallet with me, I probably would have driven into town to get something that I shouldn't have had. So, but I came back here, immediately fixed my lunch, and then I was good. I ended the day with 14 points. My calorie count was 1,326, and that's okay. I like to be up around 1,300, 1,350 calories. So I've burned off about 16 and 30 calories. So I'm in a calorie deficit of about 300 calories. It's not the 500 that I'd like to reach every day. I haven't been real good at reaching that 500 calories, which is probably why my daily loss is only 0.3. But at least I'm in a calorie deficit, and I made it through another Sunday. So that was my goal, was to make it through another Sunday, another Saturday, where I did not go off the rails. And I have to tell you, I should be jumping for joy, but I'm not, because I feel like, me doing something like that is just this far away. It's like it's a conscious decision I have to make all the time. And it's not just on Saturdays and Sundays. It's like every day I have to make that decision that I'm either going to stick to this plan or I'm going to do something that is going to trigger me to binge eat. Things that trigger me are like potato chips. That's why I set it back down, because I knew I wouldn't stop at one bag. I knew I would have at least 2. That's why I didn't come home and hit my Poppables pop chips, because I knew I wouldn't stop at one serving. I would eat the rest of the bag. And actually, I was craving that kind of salty, crunchy thing, which is why I put those nut thins into my lunch, which weren't originally part of my plan. But I thought, I need to have something that's going to satisfy that texture and taste for me right now. So I sat down, drank a huge glass of water, and I had that lunch. And it did the trick. So, but people, it is a constant decision-making process for me. It's like, am I going to choose the correct, or make the correct choices? Am I going to make the right decisions on my food right now in this moment? Because, basically all we have is this moment, right? This moment can determine how the rest of my week goes. So, things that trigger me are like pastas and chips and, anything that's got like a lot of cream on it, like potato salad. And it just, things like that are triggers for me. where if I start eating it, I cannot stop. And it's mostly things, snacky things, but some other things too. Like I said, I could mess up a big bowl of macaroni salad too. I don't have any of that around here, so that's good. But it's a constant struggle. That's why the point I'm trying to make. Every time I am feeling like I'm hungry, I have to make a conscious decision. Is this when you're going to blow it? Or is this when you're going to turn the corner and say, no, I'm not doing that again? Today, I was able to say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to settle for this 6-point nut bar, and then I'm going to go home and have the lunch I had planned to have. So, yes, that was a victory for me. Today, I had a similar victory like that yesterday. I could have really eaten a lot of pop chips. I could have eaten a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, last night, after I had uploaded my video, I was actually really kind of hungry again, and I'm thinking, what can I eat that's going to satisfy me? And I'm looking at these bags here, and I decided to go to the refrigerator and pull out a cucumber, and I ate a whole cucumber with a little bit of sea salt on it, and that satisfied that particular craving I had at that moment. So yeah, since I've been doing this in earnest, now this is I'm coming into my 3rd week, and I need to have another good week here. But it's every day there's been something that I've had to face, that I've had to make a decision. Am I going to stay at this? Am I going to choose to blow it right now and, pay for it later? Right now I've been making good choices, but it's a mind game with me every single moment. Every time I have a meal, it's a mind game. And my meals are planned out. I'm good with my meals. It's my in between the meals. It's after I'm done eating for the day. That type of thing. Do I want to have popcorn tonight? Which I haven't had popcorn for a while. And that's another food for me that I just overeat on. Yeah, it can be a 0-point food, but it's not 0 point if you put a half a stick of butter on it. So, and I have settled with it for the spray butter. I've done that too. But some things I am choosing just to turn away from completely, because I need to get further down this weight loss road again. It's a struggle. So yeah, I had a nice, 0.3. I'll take 0.3. That's nice, slow and steady on a daily basis. Will that happen every day? Probably not. Last week I was jumping up and down all the time. And I just needed to get through this weekend, and I made it. So yay, I made it to another Sunday night. Now my next goal is to make it to weigh-in. And I know we have another luncheon coming up, and I know what they're planning. It's supposed to be nice and warm here, so they're planning on cooking burgers out on the grill. This is Wednesday for lunch. So I think what I'm going to do is take a couple of my turkey patties with me and have them grill up my turkey patties for me. I don't need to eat the bun, but maybe I'll have one on a bun and maybe I won't. I can work around that. But I can have a turkey patty. That'll save me a lot of points because my turkey is the 98% fat-free, which is 0 points. So, and then I can eat the veggies that come along with all the fixins, But that's what I'm thinking in the back of my mind, that, I know they're planning on burgers. I'm going to take my turkey meat. So I have a plan. And I won't be eating those sliders all week like I was last week. Although I did okay. I still lost weight having those sliders for lunch. but it was a lot of points. So, all right, that's it. I'm just kind of rambling now. I just want to tell you I had a good weekend. I finally made it through the weekend again. So 2 weekends in a row. Can I make it 3? I'm going to try to make it 3. I don't think we have anything coming up next weekend that would cause me to stumble, and I don't have to go to Rapid next weekend. So we'll just play it by ear, I guess. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you think it'll help somebody. Thank you for helping me through the struggle. The struggle is real. So I'll show you guys tomorrow what I eat on the Weight Watchers plan to lose weight. Until then, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you later. Bye.